Hello people, this is Ryder here with a review of the Yokai Watch Shadowside DX Fudou Raimeiken. Obviously I did not get that specifically correct. This is more for the movie, as obviously you know from the show, the Fudou Raimeiken evolves, I think? I don't know. But yeah, obviously I don't have the box for this one because I didn't get the box. So it's just obviously going to be photoshopped within the background and such. So obviously this is the main weapon for Fudou Muo, I think is his name. But obviously the Fudou Raimeiken is his main side weapon and such. To which I really like this overall. It's really cool to have just a weapon version of the Fudou Raimeiken, just because it's like I'll compare it later with the Yoseiken, but it's just really cool and such. And just design wise overall, I really like it. I like the color they chose for the base of the Fudou Raimeiken because again, they managed to make it pretty close to the Yoseiken, though it's not as shiny, I guess. But like it's just nice to see all these details enlarged, like the whatever this is supposed to be. I want to say it's a demon because this is gonna be the jaw. There's his ears or wings and like horns. And here we have the symbol for the Fudou Raimeiken. I think I don't know. This is like a symbol for like lightning or something if I remember from Ninja Gaiden. And as you can see from here, there is a YFC chip for the yokai pod for treasures or busters too and such. I don't know what charge you get, but you do get a charge for something. And this part is unique because obviously basically up here doesn't have what the Yoseiken has, but I really do like that this is basically the only other areas to have color. So we got a red, green, yellow, and blue gem or something. And I like how these ones are lighter. And the blade is pretty nice overall. I like how flexible it is. It's pretty durable. Ow. But, you can... It won't hurt. And then I got, obviously, this is the trigger. I forgot to talk about the handle. Like, obviously the handle, I like how this is textured too and such. And it honestly fits really well in the hand. It feels nice in the hand. Like, it feels just about right. And the back, sadly, doesn't have anything, but it's basically the same thing on the front. So, except for this button and the speaker. And the back is the same. And this is where you're going to put your batteries, because this requires 2 AAA batteries. And before we actually start playing with it, here's a comparison with the Yoseiken itself. Obviously, the only thing drastically different is the blade itself, because obviously it doesn't have the stained glass art of Fudou Muo. And obviously it doesn't have the track. And it doesn't have a QR code for busters either. Because obviously, instead, I like how they actually did add more color here. Because on this one, it's just simply blue. And like, obviously the back, we're not going to get anything. But like, because again, it's just, I'm so used to like handling this that like just having this in hand is like pretty cool. To the point that like, I like how they did more at the bottom. Because like, obviously this is just kind of like a solid blue, but this one actually has this and such. So in a way, you can just do that. Obviously, you can't put this in the ogre, but oh well. And then turn it on like so. So the LEDs are these 4 sections, to which I think it's a white LED that just happens to glow really brightly to make them look like it's their respective colors. But I think by itself we have, I think, 4 attack sounds. No, it's 3, because I can tell that one's the first one. Obviously, I think it's kind of obvious. Most of the sounds used in here are like reuses. I think Bandai just has like, not database, but just, a like library of like sounds they reuse for slashes, impacts and such. So obviously we would know the majority of those from like Kamen Rider and such. I feel like the majority of the sounds in here are kind of just like Gon Saber slashes, but just obviously like filtered and such. To which then, if we were to hold down the trigger button and then let go, this is actually the start of the finisher, but like you basically have to hold it up until the red jewel, but you can let go. So I'll just show it up close up. So basically, it'll like spell out whatever, and then it will do the standby, and then press the trigger. So there's the first finisher, and that's kind of all you get, and such. Apparently, the voice of this thing from what Draken said when he was playing with this is the voice of Sato Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is interesting, because I knew right away that it wasn't the voice of this thing. But speaking of this thing, these two do have a conjunction together. I forgot the word. Connectivity. These two do connect with each other, but obviously this doesn't really do anything, which is why it's just off right now. Basically, this circle area, you just need to place on top of here. I think it lights up. So it does that. To which we enter the second set of sounds. This one has 4 sounds. However, this one's interesting because after you go through the 4 sounds... Is that one new? That might have been 5. Basically, after going through this sound set, it just resets back. So, because if you were to do the finisher, it resets. So you have to activate it again. And then just hold it down. So as you can hear from there, it's a new standby, because now there's more things happening within the background. The standby is still the same, just press the trigger. So the announcement is, I think, the same, but the attack sound is different. So that's basically it, and such. Oops. Oops. Jeez. If this actually does want to stand up. But yeah, basically my thoughts overall on the Fudou Raimeiken, was this the first Yokai Watch roleplay item that did not require the watch to be connected? I think it is. Because the Enma Blade, you had to, things like the Yokai Gun, the Enma Blade, the whatever the launcher was, like, you had to connect the Dream Watch to do the Dream Link. So this is the first Yokai Watch roleplay item where you don't need the watch to actually get something out of it. To which I think it's pretty decent. It's basic, obviously. It's a roleplay item and such. But like, I think it's fun. The sound quality is actually really good. It's like really clear. I like the light gimmick. I like how they utilize a white LED on those four sections for it to actually come out, as if like it's those colors coming out. But like, I can tell it's a white LED and such. But like, other than that, like, I do like that there's at least two modes. It might not be as distinctive, and I think the way it resets to the back to the first mode is weird, because it's just kind of sucks that you need to keep constantly charging the sword just to actually stay in that mode. But like, basically with the in that second mode, you can keep doing the finisher as much as you want, as long as you actually don't complete the cycle and such. Excuse me. But other than that, like, I think it's pretty decent. It's not necessary, but like, because it doesn't come with any Yoseikens, and like its connectivity with, or its interactivity with the ogre is very like minor, and not minor, but it's very like, it just feels it's kind of there just to give this thing purpose. But I mean, I don't mind it. It at least has, at least I always have an excuse of bringing it out. But I got this thing off of Mercari via buy for I think like $14 to like $12. I think, like, it's an alright price, definitely. Not the greatest, especially because like mine was kind of like, has like black scuffs and everywhere and such, but I don't mind personally. I think for the price I got for it is fine. Obviously, I can't, like, this is just going off of like, just of it as a toy, where you're just like, what I can actually show. I think some people might get more out of it if you're a very avid Yokai Watch collector because of the YFC chip. Because I don't know if it's gonna like do like a Nazuma charge or something like that within Busters 2. So you might want to get this for the YFC chip. Definitely. Because I don't remember if this one's charge was actually really good, but I mean, that's a reason, I guess, that this is a weird reason to get it too, for the sake of a game. But as like just a Shadowside collector or just an ogre collector, it's fine. It's on par with traditional Toku roleplay items and such. But yeah, that'll have to do this review. This is Ryder with people.